Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-October 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to jump right into this reading. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you, but let's get started right away and start you with an oracle card. So let's shuffle it up one time just so we could test this energy out for the lovely Scorpio collective and see what's going on. We are in the season spirit, my friends, if you can't tell. We're getting very close to Scorpio season, one of my favorite times of year. But let's see what's up. Yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on in this time, which is always very interesting. But let's get this first card going. What's up with Scorpio, please? Guides and spirit team. Yeah, oh, there we go. Super quick. Okay, so this energy could mean a lot of different things. It could be complex things or situations. It could range everything from that to social media. So there's a lot of layers to that card that we have to pull back. Now, before we do, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading, enough of the promo. If you look at this card, you see that man, you see that woman, you see all those different pictures of people. So we could be thinking about any group of individuals in your life that are playing a place of prominence, whether it's work and coworkers, school, family, whatever it might be. I also see this as a complex type of energy where there might be a lot of things affecting your energy. There might be a lot of energies coming at you as well. So you might want to seal yourself off or protect your energy literally with a card like this. Another little undertone that we get from this card every so often is social media. So like Spirit could be highlighting social media for whatever reason, whether it's a prosperous business opportunity you could get through social media. Maybe some of you are spending a little too much time on social media. I'm not judging, we all do it, right? But let's just put it right to the side. It could just be a lot of energies affecting you. We're going to get into tarot. And I always say with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But let's get these first three cards out here, and then we'll get that intuitive, juicy stuff. Let's shuffle it up one time for the Scorpios, please. I always look forward to doing the Scorpio readings. It's always a lot going on, very nuanced. So, last week's reading, to put it simply, was titled They Are in Pain. Okay, so that was saying that somebody around you might have been going through one. Okay. The week before that, it was all about change. And it's like we've been going back and forth with the Scorpio readings and a lot of other signs where it goes from very positive to challenge, very positive to challenge. And you know energy is like that. Nothing's ever set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, of course. Right? Because there's a lot of Scorpios going through a lot of different things right now. So let's get these first three out. This could even just be the energy of other people showing up in your spread. You know that if you watch tarot. So let's get it going here. All right, so yeah, we have the Five of Swords in position number one. That is something that we might have to watch out for. That could be representative of conflict. That could also be a warning. That could be a not so nice individual, okay? I'm not judging. All right, yeah, we do have the Seven of Wands next to the Five of Swords. Talk about button heads here, right? Like two of the bigger cards that could be conflict showing up right next to each other. Like I'm getting these two people about to go to war. Let's get one more, especially the fire-air combo. You might be a little more aggressive than normal in the coming days and weeks, okay? So, all right, cool. We have the Wheel of Fortune on the back end. So this is an interesting mixture of energy here because I love the Wheel of Fortune. It is a karmic card, but the fact that we have two cards that could be conflict, this is going to be a spicy one, my friends. So we're going to go through, I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get that juicy intuitive stuff. So position number one, we have the Five of Swords. Like I was saying, this could be representative of a narcissistic individual. So maybe somebody that you have links to or ties to that's a little narcissistic in nature, all about the self, all about themselves. Right? That's a vibe. Very cold, very calculating. Somebody who is only out for number one. That's the negative side of this card. It could also be conflict-based, right? Because you see people always like beefing it out in these cards. The Five of Swords in the positive could be determination based, right? Like somebody who, regardless of the trials and tribulations, will reach the finish line one way or another. So it's interesting that both of these cards have like mirroring aspects of that, because as we move over to the Seven of Wands, it's a very similar thing, but just in a different way. The Five of Swords is more mental. The Seven of Wands is all about that passion and desire within you. Now, once again, when we mix the fire, we mix the air, that's very combustible, that's very volatile, that could be explosive. This card, in its rough sense, could be somebody that's feeling cornered. This could be somebody that's feeling trapped. And you don't want to corner or trap a Scorpio, because that's when you catch the stinger. All right, another vibe that we get with this card is like spirit testing you one after another, after another, after another. Okay, so hopefully that's not happening. The positives of this card is somebody who's going through all the roadblocks, the trials and tribulations of life, and they're going to do what they got to do, and they're not going to stop. So it's like a double-edged sword we got going on up in the front here, because it could be like somebody going to war, lots of conflict, button heads, all that stuff, but it could absolutely be somebody that has that internal combustion to keep it moving, keep it pushing. On the back end, we have the Wheel of Fortune, one of the best cards in the whole entire tarot deck, right? When I see this card, it is the four-leaf clover of the deck. This is a good luck charm. This is a change, a possible transformation for the better. This is an extremely powerful type of energy. I always say when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, you should play the lottery. Luck might be on your side. Now, aside from that, like I said, it could be change and transformation, but it can also be the wheel of karma, the karmic cycles of life. Beginning, ending, repeating. That transformation, very similar to the Death card in that aspect. So it's going to be super intriguing to see how this all plays out, because this could be one thing, this could be multiple things. This could just be talking about your inner state at the time. So with all that being said, Scorpio, let's dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get this deck here, shuffle it up one time for my lovely Scorpios. Interesting reading. And that's why I always say it. I love doing all the readings, but the Scorpio ones always have that little extra edge. I find them interesting. But what's going on here for Scorpio, please? I mean, I have a lot of Scorpio traits and placements. You know that if you watch. But let's keep it moving here. And yeah, this is where I go intuitive, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Five of Swords. And as always, I would like to invite you to play along if you know how to read tarot. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages from this spread, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind. You won't be stepping on my toes. So let's see what's going on here. Why do we got this Five of Swords for Scorpio? Okay. King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there is something or someone that you should not be ignoring at the moment. We have the King of Wands in reverse. Now, for some of you, yeah, this could just easily represent a fire sign you're not really getting along with. And notice, in this vice versa tarot, instead of upright reverse, it has like the front and the back. We got the back of the king. So for some reason, I'm feeling like there is somebody like you shouldn't doubt, or you shouldn't be like not paying attention to this person. Like, you need to keep eyes on this person. Okay, like there's someone that you should not be doubting, that you shouldn't be ignoring. Just keep tabs. That's kind of like the vibe I'm picking up here. Once again, the fire-air combination, so that explosive energy is showing up once again. Hopefully this isn't somebody trying to ignore you. If they are ignoring you, if they are trying to like shun you or not pay attention to you, that's not the right move for them. Okay, like, and I'm also getting that vibe of like, don't doubt this person. Do not doubt this person. Okay. If someone says something, if they say it, they're about it. Like, that's kind of the vibe I'm catching here. So do with that what you will. Keep it in mind for the coming days and weeks. Like, take people at their word, right? If someone says something, believe them, right? And don't completely ignore it. Keep tabs, but you don't have to invest too much energy into it. Let's keep moving. I feel like that's only for a very specific few of you, but yeah, the fire-air combination, that explosive volatile energy is still lingering, so there is that possibility for a head button. Let's go in on that Seven of Wands though. Yeah, let's just keep it moving. We got the Two of Swords. Yeah, more of the fire-air combination once again, so this explosive eruption of energy. All right. For some of you, you might not know how you're about to make it through something, or like There could be something about the future that seems very fuzzy, like, all right, how am I going to do this now? Or how am I even going to accomplish this? How am I going to get this done? I would not fret about that because we still have the Wheel of Fortune. But there could be a lot of unknowns. All right, for some of you, this could be an unexpected situation, an unexpected issue, or a surprising one that pops up with the Two of Swords, because that's a card of mystery. You'll get through it fine. All right, but with all this explosive type of energy, I just have to keep warning you about it, especially with the conflict. There could be a lot of eruptive, explosive type of energy all around. But yeah, there could be some sort of issue that you're going to need to be determined to get through that could pop up. And I saw this for a few other signs this week, okay? All right, so just don't ignore things. Be detail-oriented as well. I do feel like that's an important thing because I don't want any of you to get caught slipping. All right, that's another thing I'm picking up here in like the first two portions. Like, don't doubt people. Don't get caught slipping. Don't over or underestimate anybody. Keep tabs, okay? Like, that's just the vibe I'm picking up here. I hope it's making sense to you, my friends. It's just flowing right now. So we're going to keep moving over to that Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what's up. Big warnings about conflict, though, this week. I will say that. And if you are going through troubles and issues and tribulations, I think you're going to be fine. Like, there's a lot of determination as well. So let's see what's up with that wheel. Okay. All right, yeah, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse here. And it's interesting because in this deck, the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords, they look very similar here. I like that the Eight of Swords is in reverse underneath this Wheel of Fortune. To me, this does feel like a change for the better that could be coming in for a lot of you, or some sort of cycle, some sort of karmic situation or energy that's about to come to a close that will feel freeing to a lot of you. Like, this feels like liberty. Like, this feels like freedom and liberty. Like, something might set you free in a positive way. I don't mean that in a negative. So, like, there could be a big weight coming off your shoulders in the coming days and weeks, but just know you might be bound by the hands of karma. You might be bound by the hands of fate at this time as well. That's another message I have to give. Like, if you've been struggling with something very particular, that could be spirit for one reason or another tempering you or keeping you where you're at for the time being to learn a lesson. But a lot of you, there could be a big change for the better. I feel like a huge, massive change, just like we saw last week, but it's going to feel very liberating, like a weight coming off the shoulder. So a win, a victory, a payoff, or a triumph, overcoming. That could be it for sure, especially with all the determination, the troubles, the trials, tribulations. Triumph, overcoming, like in a massive way. So this does feel good. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, Scorpio, because there's a lot going on here, and only take it if it hits for you, of course. I always say that. Feel free to check your other alignments if this isn't your message. I always say that too. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Five of Swords with the King of Wands in reverse, turn in the back. Don't get caught slipping, because I'm seeing that in the first two here. Don't doubt anybody. Keep tabs on every situation that you're going through right now. Just don't ignore people in this time, right? If someone says they're going to do something, take them at their word and don't take it lightly, all right? Because there is possible volatility and conflict here. I've said it multiple times, the explosiveness with all this fire and air. Almost this whole damn spread is fire and air. So keep that in mind. Moving to the center, we have the Seven of Wands with the Two of Swords. Unexpected, surprising issues, situations could be popping up and cropping up. Okay, nothing new. That's all part of the cycles of life, right? And we see the cycles on the back end too. I think you're going to be fine. You have the determination and grit to get through whatever spirit sends your way, however small or however big. Once again, do not get caught slipping, all right? Do not get caught doubting anybody, doubting anything, or ignoring things, right? Keep very close tabs on everything you're going through. On the back end, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Eight of Swords in reverse. Something very freeing, something possibly liberating, a good change in a positive direction, and also a huge, massive energy of triumph. You can't put a much better ending on this. Like, whatever you're going through, you will get through it, okay? So let's get into the shadow card. Please take a screenshot if you want to look through these yourself. I'm going to get you one shadow card here real quick, just to wrap this up. I know we're taking up a little more time than we usually do. It's all good though, right? We'll give Scorpio a little extra time. I'm always glad to. So let's get one shadow card here for my friends, please. I think out of all the collectives, the Scorpios like watching the shadow portion the most. Okay, so let's get one shadow card here. What do we got? It is very introspective, and that is a Scorpio trait. I might be partial, though. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands, more fire, even showing up in the shadows. So just like I was saying, almost this whole thing is fire and air. So the Eight of Wands, what does it speak about? It's communication, it's speed, it's change. Spirit might be asking you to like get ready for some fast moving change, or how you adapt to things could be important as well. Like when things change, when things shift, how you respond is super important. That's an intuitive vibe I'm picking up here in the shadows. But another thing, the Eight of Wands is a big card of communication. So how you express yourself. Don't suppress things in this time. Speak open, speak freely. Don't feel like you have to mute yourself. Okay, but at the same time, you don't always have to come too aggressive, right? I know that's a thing that some Scorpios have trouble with. Like they hold things in, and then bang, out comes the stinger, okay? Easy flowing communication is big here, and it's showing up in the shadows. So either how you communicate things or how you adapt to change. Scorpio, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. For the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the wonderful Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot card you'd like to see me dressed up as for Halloween this year. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.